gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it, that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you'd better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone. All the times they are a-changin'. I don't know what to say about this that hasn't already been said, so let's just crack on with it. We've got 3 beats in the bar in the key of G. There's just a very small handful of chords, and it's relentlessly just down strums. Of course, he plays this with a pick. There's a slightly gentler version that he recorded as a so-called Whitmark demo earlier in '63. That was on piano, and it's got almost a kind of a waltzy feel, but by the time he played this in October, we've got real anger in here. Just a quick note, he plays G this way. Now, I'm more used to playing G this way with my 2nd, 3rd and 4th fingers, but particularly with the open 2nd string. He's fretting the 2nd string at the 3rd fret, so the 3rd and 4th fingers there are up on the top 2 strings, and that's how he's doing it. I might do that, I might forget to do that, so I'll probably revert just to my standard way of playing G. It doesn't make a huge amount of difference. And as for the strumming, well, he plays with a pick, but I don't really get on with picks, so I'm just going to use the back of my strumming fingers as usual, and it's pretty much constant down, 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 1, 2, 3. But he does kick up a little bit on 3 and 1, 2, 3. And that's pretty much all there is to it. There's a very short intro, there's a verse, and then separately, all the times they are a-changin'. There's this little refrain, I guess we call it. It's not even really a chorus. Separately, after each refrain, he has a little instrumental section where he plays harmonica. I'm not going to do that. But each of those is really quite different. Now, you are under no obligation to play what Dylan originally played on the sessions in '63. Of course, he recorded several takes, and they're all very different from each other anyway. But just for the sake of authenticity and completeness, once we've covered the other sections, I will go through bar for bar these other instrumental sections too. But before all that, let's just crack on with the verse. So there are 5 verses. They're all exactly the same except for the first verse, where there's an extra bar of G wedged in towards the end. Otherwise, they're all exactly the same. And for what it's worth, on the take that was released on the album of the same name, we have 3 bars of G to kick us off. So let's just have those and then into the first line of the verse. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam. Okay, so that's a G, E minor, C and G. There happens to be another bar of G tacked onto the end of that, and then we start again. And the second line is the same as the first line, except rather than ending on G, we end on D. And admit that the waters around you have grown, straight into the third line, which is the same as the first one. And accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. Okay, 2 bars of G there, but only in the first verse. That's the extra bar of G. Otherwise, we go straight on and sing the next line in the following verses. We get 2 more bars of G anyway. If your time to you, single bar of A minor, and then 3 bars of D. If your time to you is worth saving, then you'd better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone. All the times they are a-changin'. And we get straight into our refrain or chorus or whatever that is. So yeah, those 3 bars of D kick off this little rundown like that. At the first of those then, it's just a straight D. Then I think what Dylan does is he brings the finger that he has on the top string, for me that's my 2nd finger, down to the 3rd fret of the 5th string. Then we get this G over B kind of thing. We might have a bit of the open top string, doesn't really matter, reverting to a D, but with the 5th open string, the A, in the bass. So that's that, and that leads us into the refrain, which is, well, the times they are a-changin'. Simply a G, a C, and a D, and a G. Okay, let's have our little 3-bar intro and the whole of the first verse into the refrain. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accept it that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. Here's the extra bar of G. If your time to you is worth saving, then you'd better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone. All the times they are a-changin'. By the way, just as a point of interest, I've also covered the Beatles' You've Got to Hide Your Love Away, which was very much a Lennon song. And of course, in this period, Lennon made no secret of the fact that he was very much influenced by Dylan, right down to this G here with these 2 fingers up on the top 2 strings. And we also have this rundown, and the whole thing is in 3/4, of course, or at least in triple time, 12/8, I guess, for that. Everywhere people stare, each and every day, I can see them laugh at me, and I hear them say, I just thought it was worth mentioning. Okay then, as promised, let's just go through the different instrumental sections after each refrain. Oh, the times they are a-changin'. In the first verse, or the first refrain, we get G, E minor, C to G, which is kind of what you'd expect, and he lets that run for a further 3 bars. Oh, the times they are a-changin'. G, E minor, C and a G, 2, 3, 4. Come riders and critics, and so on into verse 2. After that, after the refrain in the second time, we go straight to an E minor, so he kind of skips a bar of G. Oh, the times they are a-changin'. E minor, C, G, G, D, C, C, and then it's 4 bars of D. Come senators, congressmen, and into verse 3. I mean, I don't know how interesting this is for you, but for the sake of authenticity and completeness, as I said, but if you wanted to buy my sheet music, you'd have it all beautifully, clearly, and accurately laid out. Okay, for the third one, it's a little bit shorter. We just get G to D to C to D to G. Come mothers and fathers. Okay, so that's all that one is. The fourth one is quite long, and it goes around the houses a little bit. So we have, well, the times they are a-changin', and it's G, E minor, C and G. So far so good. Another bar of G, D, C, G, D for 2, and G, and then he kind of gets a little bit stuck. You can kind of hear a bit of a flustered thing going on. He plays, after that bar of G, we get a single beat of C. It's sort of a G over B, and then that bar's completed with G, just for a bar. It's a bit of a fluff, I think, or a fudge. Then we get a bar of D, and finally 4 bars of G. I mean, for what it's worth, I'll play you all of that. Well, the times they are a-changin'. The line it is drawn, and we're into the 5th and final verse, and there it just kind of fades out. I've listened to the fade out, and as far as I'm going, we've got actually, it's pretty well behaved. We get G, E minor, C, G, and then it sounds as though it's just carrying on as if it was a verse ending on D, and that's as far as I've got. Okay, so that really is everything. Anyway, as I say, the sheet music here is your friend. That'll make it much easier to follow. That's everything I've got. Thanks for watching. I'm going to have a playthrough of the whole thing, including these quirky little instrumental sections, which I'm probably not going to play harmonica over. I'm going to think of a solution. Anyway, yeah, thanks for watching, and hopefully see you on the next one. 1, 2. Come gather round, people, wherever you roam, and admit that the waters around you have grown, and accepted that soon you'll be drenched to the bone. If your time to you is worth saving, then you'd better start swimming, or you'll sink like a stone. All the times they are a-changin'. Come writers and critics who prophesy with your pen, and keep your eyes wide, the chance won't come again. And don't speak too soon, for the wheel's still in spin, and there's no telling who that it's naming. For the loser now will be later to win, for the times they are a-changin'. Come senators, congressmen, please heed the call. Don't stand in the doorway, don't block up the hall, and he that gets hurt will be he who has stalled. There's a battle outside raging, it will soon shake your windows and rattle your walls, for the times they are a-changin'. Come mothers and fathers throughout the land, and don't criticize what you can't understand. Your sons and your daughters are beyond your command. Your old road is rapidly aging. Please get out of the new one if you can't lend a hand, or the times they are a-changin'. It is cast. The slow one now will later be fast, as the present now will later be past. The